G'day folks, welcome back to the channel. I've got something pretty special to share with you today. I've been fortunate enough to be invited along to the Beretta field day out here at the Little River Rifle Range. And new for 2020, the Sako S20 launch is here today. So they've got a couple of demo rifles. We're going to be able to fire them today, and I'll do a little overview, as long as some other great products from Tikka and Beretta Australia. So if you want to check them out, stay tuned. This is going to be really good.
Are these the same cows?
Here's the 308s.
They're both the same?
Yep. Sounds like it, yeah. So now you knock the targets over, what are we shooting at?
Oh, I just shot the first one off the chain, so you can go straight to 200, mate. You'll nail that. That A-frame up there, behind the red one. That center gong's easy.
Oh yeah, with you. So first shot of the S20 from the Sako. Gonna go straight under 200. Should be good.
Bang.
Action's good.
So smooth.
Russell Daz on the 200-yard pizza. Hey Daz.
Yo.
So with this turret,
Yeah. What are we on?
okay, so you can go 200. That there.
Yeah.
See the target you just shot.
Yep.
Come to the right of that near the levee bank.
What do you reckon?
Right,
drop
and
down
bang.
top of that.
Yeah, yep, I'm on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't done that one yet.
Yeah, that's the one, Daz.
Dead.
Right, we'll go to 4, which is the plate to the right and up behind it.
Yo.
That's a knockdown one as well.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
400.
Yeah, I've been hanging.
On.
That's the one. And that'll be 5.
So I've got a bit of quiet time to myself with the S20, so we'll go and have a closer look at it now. So I really like what Sako have done with the S20. This is truly a hybrid rifle, and they've really tried to future-proof it. So, you know, one day you buy a rifle, a few years down the track, you don't know how your hunting style or your shooting style is going to progress and change. With this, it gives you all options. It's very modular, and you can kind of really customize it to suit your needs. So, price-wise as well, I'm so surprised at a Sako with this much feature, being so feature-rich. It sits right, you know, kind of where it should, in between that kind of Tikka Sako. So don't think because you've seen, you know, all the other prices on the other Sako products that this is going to be, you know, completely out of the question. It's actually, for what you're getting here, it is very affordable, and I think it's really good value. So I know the thumb hole stocks aren't for everyone, but Sako have put a lot of R&D into this, and to be honest, I think they've got it right. I mean, I've got fairly small hands, but this just fits me. I don't feel like I'm any slower, being that I've got to pull, you know, my whole hand out there to cycle the action. It gets my hand down in that nice vertical grip, which I do prefer, both offhand and off the bench. In the field, I think it's a great system. So we'll have a little closer look at this part here. This rear stock will be familiar to most of us. You've got a really nice soft recoil pad there. You've got a couple of spaces so your length of pull can be adjusted into here. This is a really nice feature in that it's all adjustable, and it's pretty unique. It's integrated, sits flat, doesn't get in the way when you don't want it. Yeah, so it's going to be perfect for aligning to a variety of scope heights, depending on your choice of optics there. You've got your standard swivel loop here with your QR release on both sides for your sling. So it's going to suit lots of different sling styles and types. You name it, it's kind of there. So underneath here is a aluminium chassis. It is actually a takedown rifle, which is superb. So if you're a traveller or you're going to state, there is a case. I haven't sighted the case yet, but I've seen some pictures of it, and it's quite small, the travel case. So the rifle actually breaks just behind the trigger group here via a torque screw just here. So back that off, and there's an aluminium dovetail kind of section, and it integrates really well. Actually, it's nice and solid. There's no creep, no movement. The barrel, the action, the scope, it all stays together. So removal of the stock is very, very basic. It's really just that one screw. They dovetail together and mesh perfectly. You just put the plate back on and it all seamlessly meshes back together. So I'll just get you a little close up of that dovetail system there. You can see that breakaway point there with that dovetail system. How neat's that? Just in, and voila, you've got a nice compact takedown. So the trigger group on this is fully adjustable in a few ways. You can adjust your length of pull, so it can go forward and backwards, I think 4 millimeters either way. And also it's optional single stage or dual stage trigger, and the trigger weight is adjustable 1 to 2 kilos or 2 to 4 pounds in the imperial scale. So as you'd expect with the Sako, it's super slick action. No surprises there at all. And you'll see with the 2-stage trigger, you've got that initial creep and then a nice crisp let off. Removing the magazine's a little bit different from previous models. It's got a bit of an indentation here, but that can't be accidentally bumped. It's hidden up inside there. You've really got to put your finger right up into that cavity, release it. So standard is a 5-shot magazine for all your standard calibers, but your Magnum calibers will be standard 3-shot magazines. You can option out the 10-shot mag for all your standard calibers, and your Magnum calibers will be restricted at 7. Really good quality polymer. You can disassemble them for maintenance. One really important feature to note is that the hand loaders are going to love these magazines. Sako have put a lot of thought into this, and they've worked out that with the hand loaders, if you guys are really pushing forward and seating all of your projectiles high to touch those lands, you've got all the room in the world there. So they've worked all that out, so you will be able to magazine feed your custom hand loads, which is a massive benefit. So bolt removal is standard, just like on all the other Sakos and Tikas you'd be familiar with. Stainless steel bolt, 3 locking lugs. Nothing's really different from anything we've seen before. It's shrouded. You've got your firing pin indicator there. But what is new is that the bolt handles are interchangeable. So there is a few options there. We haven't seen the full diagnostics or the options available for the bolts just yet, but these can be interchanged, which is a nice touch for the guys that want to customize that sort of things. So there's a few barrel options available. This one is the 24-inch fluted variety. It's in a kind of medium to light profile. All of the variants are threaded. The next one up is the medium barrel, which is not fluted. And if you're kind of into that more long range or that precision stock, that'd be the one to go for. So the 2 variants with this one here is the Hunter model. The other one that's available ready to go is the Precision. Main difference is obviously the stock, the receiver, barrel, action, that all stays the same. And it's just a matter of swapping over your fore ends and your rear stock, and you can totally change the look and feel of this rifle. It's super versatile. Another thing I really like that Sako have done is they've got a weaver, a mounting system here, but they're giving you this Picatinny rail. It does give you a really nice flat platform with multiple positions there to mount a big array of optics. So that's going to kind of suit everyone. You're not going to get locked out by having some proprietary, you know, like we used to have the OptiLocks and all those kind of strange things. This will suit just about anything out there on the market. So that is a really nice step forward, and I think that'll be well received. So available soon is what Sako are calling an accessory list. They're calling it an ecosystem. So it comprises a few things, and some of them are really innovative, and I think that us Aussie hunters will get a lot of use out of them. So on the precision, they're more suited for the precision stock. I'm not sure if they will go over to this stock just yet, but in the precision stock, some of the main things are if you're running a bipod on the front, you've got a small adjustable monopod on the rear. They're going to have what they call a barricade stop, which basically is an L-shaped bracket that comes down in front of your magazine. So if you're resting against a fence post or a barricade or something like that, that's going to be a really cool feature. You'll have the optional magazines. There's also a thumb rest. So if you don't have your thumb on the inside, if you prefer to shoot with your thumb on the outside, there is a little rest that will click onto here, which is quite nice. And these are all proprietary things that had been designed specifically for this rifle. So you know they're going to fit, they're going to screw straight in and be seamless. So I think that's really a forward step that the S20's got on you know, the other rifles out on the market. And I've had a look at the price list on a lot of these accessories, and yeah, they're really affordable. I think that's really good value. Well, that's it in a nutshell, guys. The Sako S20, what a ripper. Now, I don't own this rifle. This one has been lent out as a demo, and we're just getting really first looks at it. But by all means, if I start saving the pennies, this is very likely to end up one of these in my safe. I'm pretty excited about it. It shoots like an absolute laser. You know, right off the bat, we shot all the way out to 500 meters with no experience with the rifle, and it was just boom, 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 and that was everyone shooting it all day, hot barrel. It really did stand a bit of punishment over the range day. So, yeah, I think if you guys are interested in a modular rifle, this one's definitely worth taking a look at, and yeah, you might very well see one coming with me into the mountains soon. Yeah. That's it going over there. The new Strata, so Tikka Strata. It's got that olive green Cerakote muzzle brake. This one's in 308. It's basically a T3X in every other way, but it's a sexy looking Samba rifle. That's new for 2020. All of them. Seen down behind me, we've got the shotgun range, so we're going to head down there and check out some of the amazing and beautiful Beretta shotguns. Pull. Pull. Well, big game rifle range up here. Oh yeah.
And drop it to the concrete. Center of the group will be roughly there. And then we start the sideways. Then we have one patient, how you should turn to change the impact.
Alright. I smacked it. Yeah.
Well, as you can see, it's blowing a gale. It's a typical Little River day. Always windy out here, but I've had an absolute blast testing out these new rifles from Sako and Tikka. It's been a real pleasure to come out there and check out what's on offer. So yeah, have a look at the new lineup for 2020. There's really good things on their way. Take care, guys.